Hello and welcome to another episode of EclecticElk Vlogs to Proteus. Last episode was really experimental and I did this live, and I'm going to try and do something similar today. Last episode's theme was kind of on the theme of crossroads, like what happens when the direction of your life suddenly shifts. Today I really want to talk about judgment. I really recently realized how deeply I fear judgment, and that fear has really deeply affected me. I spend way too long in the mornings fussing about what to wear. I look in the mirror and I think, is this too casual? Do I look fat in this? What is my hair doing? What is my skin doing? When I think about why I treat myself this way, I've come to realize that there's a lot of different experiences that have kind of created this fear in my life and built it up. Now, the next thing is a list, and I'm not blaming any of these people, I am just listing incidences that I can remember where this fear was fed. So, the first one is my mother. I love my mother, and I really respect her, and I deeply respect her eye as an artist. But I can't count how many times I would get dressed or ready for some event that the family was going to, or that she and I was going to, or that I was just going to. And she would have me change my outfit for some reason or another that I just couldn't quite see or agree with. And so I always kind of grew paranoid of when I was going out. Is this okay? And I think I've carried it over on my own, even though I live on my own. The second part's comments from, like, boys or men I've had in my life growing up, and this is not as a feminist, like, her, men thing, this is just the facts of my life. When I was 11, I had this huge disagreement explode between myself and my female friends, so from that age onward, I pretty much turned to rely on my male friends because I felt safer with them. When I was about 14, a genetic skin condition in my family started to get aggravated, and it was on my upper arms. It made them red and splotchy, and I was a folk dancer, and when you dance, you don't wear long sleeves. One of the guys who I trusted, and it's usually one of my partners, noticed and pointed it out, and it was really awkward, and when I tried to explain the condition, which I didn't entirely understand myself, he didn't believe me, and was freaked out by my arms. And I started to grow a shame of my arms, like my skin, whenever anything's wrong with it. The kind of third thing that has really not necessarily started this fear, but aggravated it, is my inner critic. I used to be a terribly overconfident child. I wasn't spoiled, I was just confident and secure in myself. I felt loved and I knew who I was and I wasn't afraid to show it. But as experiences like the ones with my mother and from people in my life growing up, they started to shock those experiences began to shock my sense of self, and I became my own worst critic. I can remember a time when this was not the case, which is why it's so frustrating that I have this fear, because I don't know how to get back there. Not yet, anyway.